what's your average salary right now?
About 80,000.
Whoa, Ryan, hold on, wait a minute. So with a 4-year degree, you was making, let's say, ballpark 40,000. For this particular job, you don't need a 4-year degree or years of experience to get into this field.
Well, first I just needed a change of pace. What I was doing was really high stress, really high risk, low reward, and then honestly, I just wasn't, I feel, getting compensated what I was actually worth in that field.
See, quality assurance is all about making sure software, apps, and/or websites works as they're supposed to. According to Forbes and Career Bliss, QA is one of the happiest jobs people love to work in. With you being in it for about 1.5 years now, do you agree with that statement that Forbes made? What's going on, family? It's your boy, Anthony ONeal, and welcome back to the table. And today we're talking about a career path that's in high demand, and it pays so good and offers serious job security. You see, quality assurance in tech. Whether you're tired of the 9-to-5 grind or looking to switch up careers or just curious about the tech world, today's show is for you. Listen, I am currently back in school to get my master's in divinity and to go on to get my doctorate in divinity as well. But for this particular job, you don't need a 4-year degree or years of experience to get into this field. And the best part, I've got something special. I have a special guest lined up for you who will come on a little bit later on and explain how this position has changed his life. Listen to me. In a matter of 8 months, he almost tripled his income. So before we get to today's show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this with a friend. Let's get to it right after this quick commercial. Hey, yo! What's going on, family? Hey, this show is sponsored by my friends at BetterHelp. This is Anthony ONeal here with a quick question. What are your self-care non-negotiables? You know, those things you never skip, no matter how packed your schedule is. Maybe for you, it's leg day at the gym, or even more crucial, therapy day. When life gets hectic with your projects, kids' activities, and a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to let your own priorities slide. Even when you know what makes us happy, it can be hard to carve out the time. But when you feel like you have no time for yourself, that's when non-negotiables like therapy become more important than ever. If you're thinking about starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's all online, making it super convenient and flexible, fitting right into your busy schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist who is right for you. And if you feel like you're not clicking, hey, check this out. You can switch therapists at any time with no extra cost. Therapy isn't just for those who faced major trauma in the past. It's also a great tool for those learning positive coping skills, setting boundaries, and becoming the best version of yourself. Thousands of people have found value in it. Just check out their reviews. So never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/AO today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/AO. Take control of your mental health and make time for you. You deserve it. Hey, yo! Off the top, I want to get straight into it because I want to make sure I give you the practical information. Some of you all may be asking me, Anthony, what is quality assurance? I heard you mention that inside of the intro. You see, quality assurance is all about making sure software, apps, and/or websites works as they're supposed to. I want you to imagine using an app or a website that consistently crashes. That's where QA, quality assurance professionals, step in. You see, they test the software and make sure it runs smoothly before it hits you, before it goes live, before anybody else can experience it. A quality assurance person is going around and making sure every button is working, every website is loading, every thing that needs to come up on the website, up on the app is coming up. It's a vital role in the tech industry, and companies can't afford to skip this step. Listen to me. I remember when I was working for big companies in the past, man, we had about a good 20 full-time QA people. Before AnthonyONeal.com went up, man, they would have to go through and make sure that it loaded within a matter of 5 seconds. And if it didn't load within this time frame, there's a software that would tell them why. And then if they figured out, well, the graphics was too high, or the website, the URL, something's wrong with the URL, the domain, the website, the special application would tell them what was going on. Then they will go back to that person and tell them, hey, you need to fix this. Prime example, did you know that some websites are recommended to not have video? Because the video slows down the user experience. And so some companies may say, hey, we want a load time of 10 seconds because we want to keep the user experience good. So a QA just simply goes in there and makes sure that the user experience is 100% good and that all buttons are loading. Here's another reason, number two, how much do QA professionals make? Ooh. Now we got to talk about some numbers, because you're sitting out, you're doing all this stuff, and you want to know how much money can I make on this one, Anthony? On average, quality assurance specialists can make in between $60,000 to about $90,000 a year. And a little later on in this show, we're going to talk to a young man who's making right at about $80,000 a year. And if you specialize in certain areas, you can earn up to 6 figures or more. Some QA engineers are making about 6 figures, about 150 a year, because they specialize in something unique. So I want to give you 3 reasons why QA is a great career move. Here's number 1. Low barrier entry. You don't need a college degree, a 4-year degree, a 2-year degree to get started in QA. You can take boot camps, online courses, or get hands-on experiences to break into the field quickly. So it's low barrier to get into. But if it's a low barrier to get into, Anthony, then is it really a good job? Heck yeah, because here's number 2 reason why you should get into it. It's in high demand. Tech is always growing. I mean, it's growing tremendously. And with every app, with every website, and every software that's developed, there's a need for people to test it. That means job security. I wish I had it in my company's budget to hire a full-time QA person. But I don't have a full-time QA person, but I do outsource a QA person to make sure all of our websites and all of our buttons and all of our SEO stuff is correct. We pay this person about $1,500 a month. High demand. High demand. High demand. Let's say it one more time. It's in a high demand. Let me give you the last one. Remote friendly. You see, a QA role often allows you to work from home. We're in the year 2024 and 2025, man, and the world has dramatically shifted. If I'm being honest with you, man, I bought this building, my team would tell you, and I was like, hey, man, I need everyone to move to the DMV area, and we're going to be working out of here so we can be more effective. And the truth of the fact is, if I want to be competitive with other jobs, if I want to still be competitive and still have an effective team, man, for me and what we do, we got to have a hybrid situation. We come into the office maybe 1 day, 2 days out of the week, but the other 2 or 3 days, we work from home. And that's what I love about the tech industry. These QA roles often allow you to work from home with flexible hours and ability to work from anywhere. I'm talking about you can work from the beach. You can work from your parents' house. You can work while you're out there seeing your boo thing. You know what I'm saying? You can work while you're out there on a school field trip with your kids. You can balance your career with family and other major responsibilities. And while you're making good money at it, this is you taking a seat at the head of your table and inviting a company to help you accomplish your mission. Now, some of you may be asking, well, Anthony, this is great stuff. How do I get involved in this? Because I already have a 4-year degree and I'm not making a lot of money, but I don't want to go back to school for this, but I know I got to get some kind of education to get a job. And you're absolutely right. Before we get into our special guest here within the next segment to bring up, how he's winning in the QA space and how the QA space have changed his mind, here's how you can get started today. Now, if you're thinking, I would love to get into this, I want to learn more about this, how do I get into this? I've got you covered because I've partnered with my new friends over at Careerist. And they're offering a special deal just for my community only, where they give you $300 off of their QA bootcamp, which trains you, watch this, it trains you to become a QA specialist in just 3 to 6 months. And here's the best part. They'll help you land a job after you complete the program. So I want you to imagine earning a good salary in tech in just 8 months from right now. And what I love about the 3 to 6 months is you can do it as fast as 3 months or as slow as 6 months. You're going to do it at your pace. But if you really want to change your job, if you really want to change your life and change your financial position, I guarantee you half of y'all going to do it within about 3 to 4 months. We're going to be talking to a guy named Ryan here soon who did it within 3 months and landed a job 5 months after his completion, and he's making $80,000 a year at the age of 29. But I don't want to give away too much of his information, but I want you to head over to anthonyoneal.com/QA right now and use my code to get started. This is your time to take action and invest into yourself. I do not want you to wait right now. I want you to go there. I want you to sign up. They have affordable payment plans. No, you're not taking out any student loans. They're going to get you into the program. They're going to get you situated. They're going to help you get a job. And I want you to come on a year from now, and I want you to be a part of our success segment of our show, letting us know how this has impacted your life. As a matter of fact, I want to go over to Ryan right now.
Hey, yo!
Ryan, what's going on, brother, man? This is part 2. Let me be real to everybody in the audience, man. We recorded a whole great interview beforehand, but we didn't hit record. So we're going to go at it one more time. Ryan, again, thank you so much, man, for joining us at the table, brother. I know it's early on your side of the world. You're in Denver, Colorado, so we won't keep this too long for you. And we also know you're actually at your job. This is your day to come in. So let's move forward real quickly, man. But Ryan, I want to start off with this question, man. Tell the people a little bit about, just tell them your name, where you're from, and how old are you, bro? I think that's a good question to ask up front.
Okay, yeah, my name is Ryan. I am from Denver, Colorado, and I'm 29 years old.
Love it, man. And how long have you been in the quality assurance space?
For about a year and a half.
Year and a half. And prior to joining the QA space, did you have any experience or knowledge in this area?
No.
All right, so let's talk about it. What made you want to go from whatever you were doing in the past to where you are now?
I just needed first I just needed a change of pace. What I was doing was really high stress. Really high risk, low reward, and then honestly, I just wasn't. I feel getting compensated what I was actually worth in that field. Nor was my time being appreciated or my skills. So I just needed just a 100% just change of just careers.
Wow. No, I love that. What would you say was the ballpark of your salary prior to QA? So the job before QA, what was your salary before then on that job?
It's about 40,000.
40,000. And if I'm not mistaken, you have a 4-year bachelor's degree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you took the boot camp with Careerist. And what's your average salary right now?
About 80,000.
Whoa, Ryan. Hold on, wait a minute. So with a 4-year degree, you was making, let's say, ballpark 40,000. How long did it take you to get your certificate through Careerist? How long was that program?
To get the certificate, it took 12 weeks.
12 weeks. So in 4, 8, 12, 3 months, you got a certificate,
hmm
and then now you're making 80,000. You doubled your income with not even a quarter of the time you spent in school to get your certificate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a math guy, bro. I'm gonna run the math here. 4 years of school, I make $40,000 a year.
hmm
3 months, I make 80,000. 3 months is not even a quarter of 4 years. This is insane, and this is honestly amazing. I saw that according to Forbes and Career Bliss, QA is one of the happiest jobs people love to work in. With you being in it for about a year and a half now, do you agree with that statement that Forbes made?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Let's talk about this real quick. How long did it take you from completing the job with Careerist to landing a job in the QA space?
I would say all in all, it took about 8 months.
Wow. Wow. Now break this down to me. Why did it take that long and what did you do to go there? And can people do it shorter?
They can. So what I did, so the actual certificate took about 3 months to get, and then the job search took 5 months.
3 months of school, 5 months to look up. And how many interviews did you go on to land this job that you currently have right now?
4.
4 interviews
Yes, sir.
and making $80,000 a month at 20, not a month,
I
$80,000 a
wish.
year. $80,000 a year at 29 years old. You do understand the average 28, 29-year-old is making about $24 to $32,000 a year. So you are far ahead of the game. Hopefully you're watching my content, learning my content, and you're investing well with this $80,000. Because man, if you can just keep this going, this is going to be absolutely amazing. The average salary in America is in between $52,000 and $64,000 a year. So you're above the average person in America at 29 years old. This is amazing. Now, this is 100% amazing. So I got to ask you, this is your position remote, hybrid, or 100% in office?
It's hybrid. So I work 2 days in the office, and then I work 3 days from home.
Do you get to choose the 2 days you come in, or do they give you set days you have to come in?
Yes, sir. I pick any 2 days, and then it varies week to week. So if I want to switch a day, all I have to do is just ask ahead of time, and usually it's no problem.
Wow, man, if I was in your shoes, I'm saying I work in the office Tuesdays and Wednesdays, skip Monday, have a good little extra time, then I'm home Thursday, Friday for the
hmm
rest of the week, man. Boy, I love it.
Me, I come in Monday because everybody has that idea. So the office,
Ah,
yeah, so the office is empty on Monday.
so you do Monday, Tuesday, because you're in the office now, recording
hmm
this on a Tuesday.
hmm
And then you're working at home for the rest of the week.
Yes, sir.
So, not saying that you're doing this, you know what I'm saying, because I respect your job, but it's like, hey, you could be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach with my family, with my friends, and I'm just gonna work in a hotel in the morning time on Thursday, and then when I get off, I'm gonna go out there and enjoy the beach. And then on Friday, I'm gonna get up, work in the morning, and enjoy the beach. Or do you have to be home when you are working?
You can work from anywhere. I can even work from the beach as long as as long as there's Wi-Fi.
I'm loving it, Doc. I'm loving it. I will be on the beach every day. Don't get me twisted, man. I would have a good time. What do you love most about working in the tech industry? Because I hear a lot of people get nervous when they see the word tech. They're thinking, man, I got to know math. I got to know algebra. I got to know coding. So here's a two-part question. Do we have to know coding and math to get into the QA space? And what do you love most about being in the tech industry, specifically in the QA area?
Um, yeah, so I would say first you don't need to know any coding or math or anything. You just need to have soft skills, just need to be easy to work with, know how to talk to people, and you need to just know how to manage your time and prioritize things, which I feel like anybody's capable of doing.
Yeah.
Um, and then, what was the second part of your question? I'm sorry.
And what do you love most about it? Like, what do you
Oh,
love most about being in the tech industry, as especially as a young African American 19-year
hmm
old? I'm not 29-year-old man.
um, so what I like most about it is the flexibility. In the last interview, I did mention like how the flexibility allows for me to be able to pursue my passions and be able to do things that aren't necessarily work related every day. So like if I'm working from home and say like my brother or my sister has an emergency and I need to babysit, they can drop their kids off to my house and I can babysit because I'm working from home. Or I can take my car in to get it repaired because I'm working from home that day. I can just go to the auto shop and work at the auto shop while I wait for my car to get fixed. So what I really like about it is not only that, but then also I work just a regular stable 8 to 4:30 schedule, and 4:30 to whenever I don't have to worry about work, so I can focus on music. I can focus on I don't know playing a video game, watching a movie, whatever. I can just turn my brain off and don't have to worry about work until the next day. And so that's another thing I really like about it.
So you have a 4-year degree in psychology. You
hmm
have a 3-month certificate from Careerist. Going through the Careerist program and also going through a 4-year college degree, what would you say stood out to you about the boot camp with Careerist? I've heard nothing but amazing things about Careerist, but as a Careerist student who graduated and landed a phenomenal job, what would you call out? What would you like people to know about Careerist over a traditional school or university?
so at a traditional school or university, they don't hold your hand. Um,
Mm,
So, I mean, and I mean, that's it, depending on the person, that's good or bad.
yep.
For me, I mean, I don't like my hand being held
Uh-huh.
personally. Like, I like to self-start, but not everybody has that. But with Careerist, it's like from the beginning, there's people calling you, making sure that you complete your tasks on time, making sure that you actually understand and fully grasp the actual material that you're actually executing, everything that they're telling you to, and that you're doing things exactly how they say, and that they have a system in place that they know that works. And they, from week one all the way up until you land the job, they're with you 100% of the way. So that's one thing that I noticed between that and traditional school. I mean, when I was looking for a job, I was doing that on my own. Whenever I like had to get my resume done, they just gave me a template like the university did at the career center, and then after that, they were like, "Okay, you kind of have to figure out the rest because we can't fill this in for you." Whereas with careers, they literally made the resume for me, so that was the big like difference was just the actual help and the hand holding. It was really like refreshing to know um, that they were with you through every step of the way.
Now, what did you have course assignments that or course days that you had to log on, or was Careerist a self-paced situation for you? Was it difficult? Was it or was it not easy? Because I don't think anything is easy to do,
Mhm.
but was it comfortable for you to do while you was working your other job?
It was because the way that they have it set up, it is self-paced. So there are deadlines, but they're not strict hard deadlines.
Okay.
So as long as you have everything done within a timely manner, and it's not 2 or 3 or 4 months late or whatever, because that'd be ridiculous.
Right.
But it isn't like okay, every single week you have 5 assignments you have to do or whatever. It's just you have these assignments, get them done within the time frame, and then you be all right.
Man, listen, I want to ask this last question, man, because we've already used up about 30 minutes of your time this morning.
hmm
And I want to make sure that you can get back to work because I need you to keep that job, man. You're making $80,000 a year. You're new into this space. A lot of people's goals are to make $100,000 or more a year.
hmm
Is that possible in the QA space for yourself and for others who get into the space?
Yeah, yeah. So there's other positions at other companies where I'll be able to negotiate a higher salary than I'm getting paid now. And then, or if I want to step into a leadership role, then that also comes with the salary increase. But then also with careers, they have like free programs. Like they offered me a free program for Python. Um, And that's also just another a good path to making six figures is learning how to code. Personally, I want to learn how to do that stuff. You don't necessarily have to, but for me, yeah, I want to learn how to like code and automate and write script and things like that. Um, but that's just another path to making six figures. But you could there's definitely upward mobility when it comes to the QA space and tech.
Love it. No, I love it, man. I appreciate you for literally spending some time with us this morning, man. We are definitely going to send you a thank you card in the mail with some gifts from our company here for just really coming on and sharing your amazing testimony and your success story. Because I think we need to see more young people like yourself who are going different routes of education. And I believe a 4-year degree is needed. Heck, I'm back in school currently to get my MDiv in theology, right, in divinity. But I need that education for my personal life. You went to a traditional school, but then to make the really kind of income that you needed, you had to go to a boot camp. But then the boot camp was a great option. And so there's so many different ways to get the education to get to the places where we desire. And I want to say, man, thank you for showing us that it is possible to get it a non-traditional way. And so for those of you who are watching, again, I am going to drop Careerist information inside of today's show notes. All you gotta do is go to anthonyoneal.com/QA. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/QA. You can sign up and you could be like our brother Ryan here, who pretty much doubled his income in 8 months. That's great. In less than a year, he doubled his income. And y'all don't want to, I ain't gonna say that. Just click the link. Y'all, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on, bro. We look forward to hearing more about your story and your journey. And to everyone else, man, we'll see you here in a quick bit.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hey yo!
Man, listen, Ryan has an amazing story, an amazing testimony. And again, I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/QA. Listen, we're seeing how the economy is shifting right now. We're seeing how people some of them are losing jobs. But there's two rising industries that people, if you're doing it right, they're making good money. The first industry is tech. And this is why I partner with Careerist to help provide you with this information. We got to get some form of education so that way we can get there. Then number two, it's the content creation space. It's the influencer space. It's the space that I'm currently in. And so once you get into this tech space, I really think about this, like get the education, get into the QA, and then I want you to come back and then create a podcast, create a platform where you're teaching people more about Careerist and helping people get into the tech industry. That's exactly what my boy Cyrus did, who's on our network. He took a boot camp, went to the boot camp, got a job in tech, worked that job for about 5 years, and then left. Now he's teaching people how to get into the tech industry. And so I'm always going to be bringing up people and bringing up ways on how you can make more money. But can you imagine changing your life within 8 months? So before we wrap up, I got something that can help you take the next step. If you're serious about making a career move into tech, I highly recommend checking out my Wealthy Conversation cards, the dating edition. They're a great way to start conversations about money and financial goals with people you care about. These cards help you get on the same page with your partner while you're leveling up your career and finances. And if you're interested in learning more about financial freedom and making a smarter career choices, check out my book, Take Your Seat at the Table. It's packed with amazing strategies to help you live an authentic life of abundance, wellness, and freedom. To get either the Wealthy Conversations cards or my book, visit anthonyoneal.com/store and check it out and let me know.
Hey yo!
All right, fam. So we're about to wrap it up. I want to leave you with something to think about as you go into this next week. Here's a powerful quote that I love. The best way to predict your future, honestly, is to create it. And that's what we're talking about today. Creating a future where you have control over your finances, your career, and your life. Taking that first step into a career like quality insurance could be the move that changes everything for you. If you're serious about making a shift, remember, the opportunities are out there. And so are the tools. I mentioned earlier that AnthonyONeal.com/careerist. No, I'm sorry, AnthonyONeal.com/QA Careerist is offering my community a $300 off of their boot camp. And you can land a job within a matter of 3 to 6 months. Now, I like to be generous, but when I was talking with careers, they're saying they could take anywhere as low as 1 month to max 4. So I want to be honest with you. It could take about 3 to 6 months. But don't let fear or doubt hold you back. This is a show to where we're talking about expanding in 3 main areas: your abundance, wellness, and freedom. You have more freedom when you have more money opportunities. As we're going into the year 2025, some of you all are going to the year 2025 the exact same way you came into the year 2024. And that's not okay. We need job changes, we need more information, and we need more money. And if you're ready to shift, if you're ready to do something different, I want you to check out my friends at Careerist. We're going to drop their information inside of today's show notes. And again, thank you for rocking with me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Man, we are at 800,000 plus subscribers. We are on the road to 1 million. Wow. Just to fathom to think that 1 million people have said, I like what Anthony ONeal and his team are doing. I don't take that lightly. And I consider that to be a huge honor, that you would trust me to guide you, to help you along your journey. And if you haven't, thank you for even watching today's show. Join the E3 family and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep building wealth. Let's keep building each other up. And remember, your financial future and your financial freedom, I would say, is closer than you think. It's your boy Ayo, and I'm gonna see you in the next show. Peace out.